You're about to watch a video that's an excerpt of one of my online courses, free sample if you will. If you enjoy it, please get in touch, dan@brojo.org, and let me know what you think. In this video, we're going to talk about the right mindset to have. We're going to talk about the key points or the key beliefs that you need to cultivate if you want to recover from nice guy syndrome and people pleasing and become a confident, authentic, and generous person. Bear in mind, as you hear me list these out, you're not just going to be able to flick a switch and turn them on. Some of them you're actually going to disagree with quite strongly. That's okay. Think of this as just something to get your mind started, get you thinking about a better way to think, and to open your mind to the possibility that your current beliefs are not serving you, and that these new beliefs are not only going to serve you well, but they're actually going to be better for others as well. First one, taking care of yourself is taking care of others. Self-serving is not the same as selfish. When you take good care of yourself, you're a better person and you're in a better place to take care of others. When you sacrifice yourself for others, you're actually a weak, deprived person forcing your help onto them. And that's not what they need you to do. They need you to take good care of yourself first. So putting yourself first is actually in everyone's best interests. My truth is more valuable than my lies. And what this means is while your truth may hurt someone's feelings, or it might be something that they can't quite handle at the moment, it is accurate information, which means they can use it. They can make decisions, they can plan, they can decide what they're going to do with you and with their life around you based on information that's true. So it's probably going to be the best decisions that they can make. When you feed them lies and deception, that's what they make their decisions off, and that can lead them down a false path. It can lead them to a fake life. If, for example, they think that you like them when you don't, they might make plans around you liking them and then be disappointed and crushed when they finally realize that you don't, and it crushes all their plans. So make sure people are getting the best information they possibly can to make decisions, and that information is the truth. It's okay for people to dislike you, and disagreement and dislike are not the same thing. You can allow people to both disagree with you and dislike you, and don't mistake someone disagreeing with you with disliking you, right? But also don't stop someone from disliking you. The people that you're looking for might be disagreeable and like you, or agreeable and like you, but people who dislike you are people you don't need in your life anyway, so there's no reason to put effort into making people like you. The only relationship you're in for the rest of your life is the one you have with yourself, so that must be the priority. How do you build a good relationship with yourself? By doing things that make you love yourself, that make you respect yourself, that make you admire you. Behavior that you're proud of. That must be the priority over everything else, including and especially behavior that's just to please others. You've survived everything that's ever happened to you so far, so that not good enough story in your head must be a lie. If you were really not good enough, you wouldn't be watching this video right now because you'd be dead. Comparing to other people is both inaccurate and pointless. You don't know what you're really seeing, and you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. You just look at a small slice of someone's life and compare yourself to it without knowing the full person and what's really going on. You don't even know if what you're seeing is really actually that successful, and even if it is, you don't know where the pain is in the other areas of their life. And even if they are doing better than you, so what? How does that information help you at all? It doesn't. So comparing to others is a pointless measurement. Honesty is the key to building confidence and connections. Why? Honesty is the removal of shame. It's you expressing yourself boldly. That is what makes you proud of yourself. And it builds connections because the only way you're going to get deep and intimate with someone is if they can really get to know you. And the only way they can do that is if you're being honest. So if you want to be confident and well connected, you must be honest. And this must take priority over saying small deceptions and lies that make people happy. What got you here won't get you there. Whatever childhood strategies helped you survive up until this point, they must now be put away. Just because it got you here doesn't mean it's going to continue to be successful. In fact, if you're this far into the course, it's because it hasn't been successful or it stopped being successful. So now it's time to use a new strategy, one that isn't something that a child made up. Bravery is better and more realistic than fearlessness. You're sitting around waiting to not be afraid, to not be uncomfortable, not be anxious, not be terrified. That's not going to happen. Fear is a natural human emotion that will occur to you for the rest of your life. Bravery is doing something that you're uncomfortable doing. It isn't waiting to be comfortable to do it. So focus on being brave over being fearless, because one can be done and the other one is impossible. Being nice is manipulation. You must allow people to run their own lives without your interference. Being nice is not the same as being genuinely generous or helpful or giving. Being nice is about putting on a performance that makes people like you more and tries to control their emotions. It is nothing more than manipulation. Stop doing it. Stop telling yourself that you're a good person for doing it, because you're not. You must not have double standards. You cannot treat people better than you treat yourself. You cannot treat people in a way that you wouldn't want them to treat you. Everything must be equal. So if you find yourself being really nice to people all the time, but you would resist it if people did that to you, then you have to stop doing it. And if you find that you treat people with kindness, but you're mean to yourself, you have to start treating yourself with kindness. You cannot have double standards. Discomfort won't kill you, but endless comfort will. Sure, it might not kill your body, but it will kill your spirit. It will destroy your psychology. It will make your life miserable to try and do the familiar thing that you've always done all the time. Hell, it's not even that comfortable, really, is it? It's just familiar. Discomfort is doing something unfamiliar that creates emotions that you find unpleasant, but this is almost always the path towards greatness. Quality is better than quantity, socially speaking. So instead of trying to make everyone like you, look to find the few that love you for who you are and allow the rest to dislike you or ignore you. Put it this way, which would you prefer? 100 superficial friends who don't really care about you? Or 5 deep personal friendships with people who would die for you? Because you can't have both. You can always walk away when the discomfort gets too great, so start getting uncomfortable and particularly start being more confrontational. Start standing up for yourself, saying what you really believe, voicing your opinions and your thoughts and your feelings and anything else that might upset people, but give yourself permission as well to leave if the conversation gets too much for you. You never have to stay to the point of being terrified, but you do have to act to the point of being uncomfortable. Nothing happens if people judge you. Hard to believe, but if you look back, you'll realize that even when people judge you really negatively, nothing really happens to you. You can let it happen. People can talk about you behind your back, they can think things about you that are incorrect, they can hate you. Nearly all the time, nothing actually happens when they feel this way about you. So why are you worried about it? And lastly, you have a choice: discomfort or misery. There is no other choice. So you can either do bold, honest acts of integrity that you find uncomfortable, that bring emotions up that you don't want to deal with, or you can avoid all that stuff and keep being fake and end up with a life that makes you miserable, where you don't know who you really are, or your connections with other people are fake or forced, and your career sucks, and you just feel like you've wasted your life. That's misery. Which is worse, really? You got to take the short-term pain instead of the long-term suffering. Are you a nice guy or people pleaser who wishes they were more assertive, more honest, and better respected by others? Since 2013, I've been helping people just like you discover their integrity and apply it courageously to build deep and meaningful connections, get respected by others, and become the confident person you've always wanted to be. Imagine being able to speak your mind without worrying what other people will think or worrying that it's the right thing to say, and being able to assertively stand up for yourself and your loved ones. Imagine never feeling the need to apologize for who you are or what you want, and being able to live carefree without shame or the I'm not good enough story in your head. Imagine going to bed knowing that you courageously took every opportunity available to you and you've got no regrets because you always know what you should be doing in every situation. I'm so confident in my ability to help people like you unleash your highest level of self-worth that I give people a free coaching session to test what I'm doing. In this 1 hour session, we will uncover the biggest barrier to your confidence, whether it's an awareness problem, you don't know what you should be doing differently, or it's a courage problem, you know what you should be doing, but you find it too intimidating. I will guide you to make a breakthrough with your behavior to get through that barrier in a powerful way without feeling terrified and without destroying everything you love. I've had some people find this first session so powerful that I never hear from them again simply because they didn't need anything more after that. It launched them into the highest level of confidence that they've ever experienced. And if that's the result you get, I'm good with that. One client put it, this session was more valuable to me than 3 years of therapy combined. So if you're tired of trying to keep everybody happy and you're sick of worrying what other people think of you, and you're concerned that your people pleasing and conflict avoidance is going to damage your relationships, then come and have a talk with me. Worst case scenario, you get to experience what it's like to talk with someone who actually understands what it's like to be you. I've lived the nice guy experience for decades. I know it inside and out. I know that pain. Case scenario, and very likely, you will have such a powerful insight into a behavioral change that you can make in the next 24 hours to significantly improve your confidence, relationships, and career. All I ask is that you be honest, open to change, and willing to try something new. Why wait another 10 years to discover confidence when you can do it today? Fill out the brief form below to apply for a trial coaching session. Do this quickly because there are limited spots each month, and then I'll get back to you to book in a time to talk.